Welcome to the Jigme Kelsang Show. Today, I'm very excited and proud to bring on this very special guest, singer, songwriter, and NBC Songland contestant Jeffrey James. Welcome, Jeffrey, to the show.
Thanks. You want to have your video on?
No, it's okay.
Okay, all right, cool. Hey, thanks for having me.
First off, congratulations on making it to Songland.
Appreciate it, man.
Congratulations on having original song "We Can Be Heroes" pitched to country music star Martina McBride, which is actually being continued to be pitched to other artists. And also, congratulations on having it produced by One Republic star Ryan Tedder. But before we get into that, can you kind of begin by letting our listeners how old you were and where you're from?
I'm 33. I live in Nashville, Tennessee. Originally from Brownsburg, Indiana, though.
Okay. So how is your quarantine going?
Quarantine's good. I'm staying pretty busy, actually. I have a studio in my house, and I'm able to actually work out of here, do a lot of writes and recording vocals and that kind of stuff. So I've actually stayed pretty busy. I'm also lucky. I live with my wife, and she's my best friend, so I get a quarantine with my best friend. So I know I'm a lot luckier than other people.
So what has been the most difficult thing about being socially distanced at home?
I think just finding a new routine, and being okay with kind of the same thing happening day in and day out.
Mm-hmm.
Again, for me, like I get to hang out with my wife, so like it's not that bad. I'm kind of when I'm not touring or something, I'm kind of fine with staying in anyways. So I know I've had it easier than a lot of people who have had to adjust a lot more.
Mm-hmm. And what do you enjoy doing most while quarantining?
Ooh, good question. I've been streaming a lot of shows. I thought I was going to read a little bit more, but I've mostly been binging a bunch of TV shows and writing a whole bunch.
Have you seen the show 13 Reasons Why?
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, you should see it. It's a really good show.
I've heard good things, man.
So let's get into your musical aspect of your career. At what age did you discover your passion for singing and songwriting?
My passion for singing was always there since I was a kid. I've got two sisters, older and younger, and they always sang. My mom always sang, and so we'd always be singing like 3-part harmony to Beatles songs on like long road trips together.
Mm-hmm.
And then in high school, I'd already been taking guitar lessons, and I was a choir kid. And then a couple guys asked if I wanted to sing in their band. They didn't have a singer, so they took me to their garage, literally, and they had a garage band, and started playing this instrumental song they had. And by the time they were done, I had written lyrics and a melody to for half the song. So it came really easily, and I really loved that. And then it got me intrigued to see, if I could keep writing music.
Mm-hmm. And who are some of your music idols that you look up to?
It's a lot of them, man. Growing up, it was initially like, the Beatles, of course, and then Chicago and the Doobie Brothers, who my parents really loved. That was what we always listened to growing up. But then as I got older, I really got into Bill Withers and David Byrne from the Talking Heads. And then also on the newer side, Janelle Monáe, I think, is like just a great overall artist that is really inspiring.
Yeah, and I think Charlie Puth, he was on Jimmy Fallon, and he did "We Don't Talk Anymore" Doobie Brothers version.
Yeah.
That was really good.
It's that Michael. Oh shoot! What is that lead singer has such a distinctive voice, man.
Yeah. So let's discuss your experience on Songland. So can you a little bit touch on that?
Yeah, I mean, it was my experience with Songland was really great. They really treated us well, and they really, on camera and behind the scenes, they really were making about the art of songwriting, and it was less of a competition and more of just showing the public how this works, this thing that most people don't see, how the song gets made.
Mm-hmm. And so, like, what has been the experience like working with Ryan Tedder, just producing your song "We Can Be Heroes"?
Ryan was great, man. He was very giving in the studio, in the room. He's had so many hits and written so many great songs, and I'm much lower on the totem pole than him. But he really respected me as a songwriter. It was a really good give and take. But at the same time, watching him work was really inspiring and kind of an out-of-body experience because he added a few little things to the song that I never would have thought of that made the song 10 times better. So I was taking mental notes in my head. For sure.
And I saw your post on Instagram where you were, I think you were teaching Ryan Tedder a little bit about piano.
Yeah, that was a joke.
Oh, okay.
He's a great piano player. I was being sarcastic. I'm actually not much of a piano player myself at all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So would you, but actually before you perform the song, can you explain the meaning behind "We Can Be Heroes"?
Yeah, I wrote "We Can Be Heroes" late last year with my original co-writers in Nashville, Jennifer Hanton and Nick Brophy.
Mm-hmm.
And when we got in the studio, I really just wanted to write something, uplifting and inspiring. It's really easy these days to, not these days, just in general, as a songwriter, to write more like sad or emotional, moody songs.
Yeah.
That's such a strong emotion that comes out naturally that it's harder, I find, to write an uplifting song that isn't cheesy. And so that was kind of our goal when we wrote it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we did a good job with that.
So would you like to perform the song for us now?
Yeah, sure, man. This is how you heard it on the show.
So here is NBC Songland contestant Jeffrey James with his original song, "We Can Be Heroes." Take it away.
Lights go out and the darkness breaks, and it feels like no one knows the way. When I can't stand up and there's no way out, need someone to save me from breaking down. Just when I think that I can't take it, hope feels far away. I close my eyes and pray. Oh yeah, if we keep reaching, if we keep fighting, stronger than we know, we can be heroes. Chasing that fire, see it burn brighter, stronger than we know. Yeah, we can be heroes. We can be heroes. We can be heroes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was Jeffrey James performing his original song, "We Can Be Heroes." Now, let me tell you, the song is amazing. The lyrics are even more powerful as it is. Um, it gave me goosebumps. I'm not even kidding you.
I appreciate that, man. It's been really cool to see people's responses to it. I didn't know, you never know how it's going to turn out. We filmed the show in late January, and
Mm-hmm.
that's almost 5 months of me, psyching myself out about how if my song's any good or how I performed, and I was really happy with everything
Mm-hmm.
when I saw it. And then to see everyone's responses that they felt the same way about the song that I did was just a really cool thing to see.
Yeah, and so for those who aren't familiar with the show Songland, it's Shark Tank just for songwriters. To be more specific, the show finds undiscovered singer-songwriters and gives them the opportunity to create a hit song for a well-known guest recording artist, which Jeffrey has had the opportunity to pitch his song to Martina McBride, which is continuing to be pitched to other artists. It gives a behind-the-scenes look at the creative process while it's all unfolding. And then they're selected to work with producers like Ryan Tedder, like Jeffrey has done, Esther Dean, and Shane McNally to create a hit song for the guest recording artist. And you can tune into Songland every Monday at 10/9 Central on NBC. And so can you take us through what it was like pitching your song to Martina McBride?
It was great. She's so nice. It's a little nerve-wracking. They send you into the room with
Yeah.
Esther, Shane, and Ryan, and then Martina's sitting there, and you don't get to see them beforehand or anything. So, and all of a sudden you've got cameras on you, and it's time to go. So I was very nervous, but like I said, they were so kind about it. They initially gave feedback that was totally understandable, and then Martina ended up wanting the song to kind of stick to what the roots of the song were, which I was really cool to see that my song didn't have to change that much. Yeah, it was great.
I'm not sure if we covered this in the beginning, but what was it like having your song produced by One Public star Ryan Tedder?
It was cool, man. His ideas were just, on another level. Just so pro. The guy, he works on just a really high level that I don't think many people, even songwriters, know that is a possible level to work on. And it showed me why he is, he's at where he's at.
Hmm. And so I think you've had a lot of experiences as a singer-songwriter in general. And so my next question is, if there was one talent show you would go on, what would it be?
I think this is the one, man. The other shows are nice. I had a short stint on The Voice in season 3 in the blind auditions, and no one turned around for me. So I kind of am not into the whole singing competitions anymore. I love Songland though, because it's really just about the craft, and everyone on it they're already professionals. So this Songland's the one for me.
So if you were to give any advices to young up and coming singer-songwriters, what would it be?
You just got to keep writing. The more you write, the better you're going to be at it. I've found, it's pretty common for anyone who's starting out writing. They all think their first songs are very precious and that it's the best thing they've written. And that's true. But then the more you write, the better you get at it. And you realize, hey, just because you write a song doesn't mean it is great. What I've been told by a mentor before is you write 100 songs to write one good one. Mm-hmm. And then you write 100 good ones to write one great song. And it's really true. That's the natural way of songwriting. You get up and you try to write every day in some way. And so you just got to keep writing, because you're only going to get better at it. It's like any other thing. You got to keep practicing.
And so, like, as myself, I've started writing one of my original songs, but I think, I've got a lot of people telling me that, you should do it. But then myself, I feel like I'm not comfortable yet writing things because I haven't really experienced much things. And so, but a lot of singer-songwriters write songs off of experiences, personal experiences, to be more specific with you. And so, like, I kind of struggle on that basis of, like, where do I go? What road do I take on a song? And how can I make it great? And so for you to express the way you express those advices, I think it would be really helpful to me and to a lot of other singer-songwriters. So thank you so much for doing what you do.
I appreciate that, man. I'd like to encourage you, just keep writing. I've heard another author say once, you got to get the bad words out so the good ones can come in. And I think that applies to music too, Mm-hmm. You just got to write. If you feel inspired, just do it, and it'll only get better.
Mm-hmm. Jeffrey, it was so great chatting with you. Thank you so much again for taking the time out to do this. I really do appreciate it. Take care and stay safe.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. This was fun. We'll talk soon.
Yep. Bye.
Bye.
That was singer-songwriter and Songland contestant Jeffrey James. Thank you to Jeffrey again for taking the time out to do this. That's going to wrap it up, folks. Thank you for watching and listening. I hope you did enjoy this as much as I did making it for you. And I hope to see you next time right here on the Jigme Kelsang Show. Peace.